What if your coaching business could pay you to be in your zone of genius, instead of draining you of the exact energy your clients came for? That's not a dream, it's a system. And today you get to test drive it for just $1. Are you ready? Because I'm excited for you to feel the momentum. Maybe you already know this, but just in case you don't, let me tell you. You don't need another recycled, rebranded grind strategy. You need a model that forces you to rise, but with flow, not force. You need a system that pulls you forward, aligns with your nervous system, and turns bold into your new normal. Because when you rely on flow, you're building a neurochemical flywheel that makes hard things feel easy and the right things feel obvious. All you need are the right tools to make it happen. This is usually the part of the VSL where somebody throws a dramatic hook, right? I'm not doing that because I'm not dangling some shiny tactic. I'm offering you a full system that transforms how you do business, mentally, energetically, and practically, all for $1. This is my invitation to you to clear the noise and create something that feels so aligned that you won't believe you get to do this every single day. But before we get to that, I want to tell you that I've gone through every coaching model. Funnels, gurus, proven blueprints. I've spent over $30,000 trying to find a system that actually worked for how I think, how I coach, and how I want to lead. Unfortunately, none of those worked, and it made me want to go back to my regular job where it was super easy to find folks to serve. But I stayed in the game, and I realized the problem wasn't me. It's that none of these systems were made for us. The ones who live and breathe transformation. The ones who value alignment over vanity metrics. So I built a system I couldn't find, and now you can test it. No pressure, just possibility. Let's zoom out for a second. Everything I've been saying sounds great, but does it really work? Don't take my word for it. Listen to the people already living it. First up, Daniela rebuilt her entire business around flow, efficiency, and boundaries, and it turned her work into a calling. Anne expanded her vision in just 8 weeks, crediting the condensed content and brutal personal nudges for the leap. Casey said the program solved problems he couldn't even name. I won't take up your time to read off the screen, but all these stories here have the same through line. When your strategy honors your nervous system, growth stops wobbling. Because of all this, I'm really confident that I can help you grow your online coaching business. I'll even let you try my system for 14 days for just $1. If you don't love it, cancel. Done. And if you stay, try it for 90 days and still don't think it's worth it, I'll refund you. That's how real this is. If that's all you need to know, click the link. If you've made it this far, you didn't start your coaching business to do anything except change lives. You started with fire, with vision, with intensity, but now you're dragging yourself to your desk, ghosting your calendar, avoiding your audience. Weeks, months, and even years are passing by without any movement. Most people think the reason their revenue isn't consistent, their growth doesn't compound, or that they're not further along is because they're missing a tactic, a funnel, a tweak, or a secret skill. That may be true sometimes, but 9 times out of 10, the real villain is emotional volatility. It's not a lack of effort, expertise, or desire. It's the cycles of contraction that drain power and fracture momentum. Fun fact, your nervous system doesn't give a damn about your goals. It cares about one thing, safety. So if your business feels unsafe, out of sync, or misaligned, you'll sabotage no matter how hard you push. I see so many coaches bail on their own visions because they haven't found the formula they need to build a business that gives them more energy than it takes. Here's the punchline. Running an efficient business is basically an attention allocation game. And the second your nervous system senses threat, whether it's a quiet launch, a scary number on Stripe, or a troll in your comments, it hijacks your attention. You spin out, flinch, freeze, abandon the plan. Hours, days, sometimes weeks gone. Revenue flatlines, growth stalls, and you tell yourself you need a new strategy. Wrong. You need a new state. Post more. Send 100 DMs a day. Change your niche again. Sound familiar? Oh yes, I know you're remembering how fun all that is. And here's the other thing that happens with these kind of strategies. The moment things get hard or too quiet, old programming pulls you back into scarcity, fear, frustration, avoidance, and even resentment. Because you never learned how to hold intensity. So the intensity takes you out of the game. You thought the problem was you, but it's the system. It was never built for your rhythm or your genius. This is the exact edge where most coaches collapse. They let chaos dictate internal state. I call the antidote energetic sovereignty, the trained capacity to anchor into ease, abundance, and trust, even when everything around you screams chaos. I don't grow because things never get hard. I grow because I don't spin out when they do. When uncertainty spikes, I stay expanded. When the room gets quiet, I keep broadcasting. That's a trainable skill set, and it's baked into every module in the Resonance Revolution, as we also connect you to all the strategies, tactics, AI tools, and CRMs that make our lives so much easier. It's time for you to upgrade. That old system I talked about, I burned that thing to the ground. No more white knuckle hustle. I built something from resonance, from flow, from coherence. And it works. I'm giving you the actual map that is designed to move you from chaos to coherence while building your business from your genius. From your offer all the way to scaling with a digital clone and Netflix-style content. And if you fall off track, no shame. We just guide you back into alignment. That's the power of the system. You grow inside of it, and the system grows around you. This system, called the Resonance Revolution, was built for coaches just like you, who are done shape-shifting to fit someone else's formula and who are ready to build an economic engine around their energy. You're getting 5 complete frameworks, including the Business Revolution Framework, the Resonance Workshop System, the Infinite Presence Framework, the Aligned Automation System, and the Quantum Leap Psychology System. These aren't ideas, they're plug-and-play systems that get you paid to be you. Each framework is a tactical step. It's a nervous system training loop. They build your tolerance for visibility, expansion, and leadership without breaking your system. This is how you go from flinching to flowing. The Business Revolution Framework is the foundation of everything. Because without a business that feels like you, you'll keep resisting your own success. Here we help you name your genius, map it into a signature system, and turn it into an offer that feels effortless to deliver and impossible to ignore. No more Frankensteining strategies. No more cutting off parts of yourself to fit into someone else's niche box. No more selling in ways that make you feel like a fraud. This is where we build your business from the inside out, so it fits your identity, your rhythm, and your energy. And when you sell from that place, it doesn't feel like selling anymore. It feels like serving. You're already doing your best work on the fly, in sessions, in DMs, in voice notes. The Resonance Workshop System helps you capture that brilliance and turn it into assets. You'll take your real-time coaching moments, the ones that get you head nods, breakthroughs, goosebumps, and use them to build content, programs, and product flows that sell. Here you'll systematize your natural resonance. This is how genius becomes your engine. With the Infinite Presence Framework, you'll use AI to create omnipresence in the communities that you love to serve. This isn't about blasting generic content or posting 20 times a day. It's about using AI to help your true voice scale with precision, integrity, and soul. With the Infinite Presence Framework, we map your real-time coaching brilliance, your riffs, your frameworks, your in-the-moment magic, and translate that into content, email, and messaging that feels like you. You won't need to be everywhere. You'll feel like you are everywhere because your resonance shows up in the spaces that you care about the most. Most automation feels fake because it is fake. People can feel when they're inside a sequence designed to pressure them into buying. That's not how we play here. The Aligned Automation System is about creating systems that mirror the energy of your best coaching conversations, where people feel seen, guided, and invited, not herded like cattle towards a countdown timer. You'll build nurture flows, DM sequences, and onboarding experiences that feel like you wrote them in the moment because the resonance is real. And because it's all mapped to your actual business architecture, you're not wasting time with busy work automation. You're building conversion systems that feel like connection systems. Everyone talks about mindset. Few talk about nervous system capacity. The truth is, your current identity is a thermostat. You try to take a big leap, sign a client, raise your rate, get visible, and boom. The internal system will kick in to pull you right back to where you're used to operating. The Quantum Leap Psychology System is how we break that pattern. It trains you to hold the frequency of expansion without flinching, to stop ghosting your vision the moment pressure hits. We work with your body, your identity, your perception of risk, so growth doesn't feel like trauma, it feels like inevitability. This is how you finally stop self-sabotaging your progress. You're not building willpower, you're building emotional continuity. Look, I refuse to let anyone join and spin their wheels, so I stacked 4 bonuses that obliterate the biggest drag points new members face. First, you get a personal launch plan. We'll jump on a call, laser in on your next level, and lock in a 30-day playbook, so there's no where do I start confusion. Second, you gain access to Christine AI. You can think of this as my brain on demand. Drop your copy, funnel idea, or mindset wobble and get an instant calibrated response. Third, you'll get the heroic system with the Quantum Habit Toolkit. These are the micro protocols I use daily to keep energy, focus, and execution dialed in. Fourth, the Selling with Love script. If the word sales call make you cringe, this framework flips the script. I know that's overused, but it really does turn enrollment into a service, not a squeeze. Add it up, and it's a $547 stack, but you'll unlock everything for just $1. You're not here for theory, you're here for traction. That's why the Resonance Revolution hands you momentum on day one. You won't be trapped in 40 hours of fluffy content designed to justify a price tag. You'll log in and immediately start building your offer, your system, and your clarity. This isn't an information dump, it's an activation. Speed doesn't come from more content, it comes from alignment. And that's why people inside the program move faster in 14 days than they did in the last 14 weeks outside of it. Casey 10x'd everything. Not by grinding, but by iterating in real time inside this system. What would that kind of momentum do for you? Hunter said it best. This system redefines the game. Confidence, clarity, connection, purpose, and the systems. This isn't just business strategy, it's an identity upgrade. Kelly's results? More self, more bravery, more power, every single day. That's what happens when your nervous system says yes to your business. Here's what you already know. Solo coaching without support is a trap. You'll start with fire and then you'll get isolated. You'll lose feedback loops. You'll overthink everything. Before long, you're tweaking your copy for the 10th time, reworking your offer again, ghosting your audience, and wondering why it all feels harder than it should. But in the Resonance Revolution, you're surrounded by a circle of people scaling from genius, not grind worship. That means high-frequency feedback, co-regulation, and real-time mirrors for your brilliance. When you show up to this circle, you stop wondering if you're on the right track, because you'll feel it in your nervous system. That's when business starts to feel like home. We meet live twice a week for Resonance Labs. This is the heartbeat of the program. Drop into our group flow and capture the momentum. Get sticky clarity. We move fast, we move intuitively, and we move together. You'll witness other coaches making breakthroughs in minutes. That shared velocity rewires your nervous system for momentum. This is a live pattern interrupt and an energetic acceleration. As a result, this hits a lot harder than any 10K mastermind because it's alive. You get full access to all of this for $1. Why? Because I built this for people who have been burned before, by bloated programs, false urgency, and the pressure to say yes before they're ready. I trust that if this is for you, you'll feel it immediately, and this will be the last system you'll ever need. And if not, cancel anytime, no drama. This isn't just the end of this VSL, it's the beginning of a new way of building. Let's burn down the struggle economy and build businesses that your nervous system and your soul were born for. If your body's saying this is it, follow that. Click below to start your $1 trial. Not as a customer, but as a founder reclaiming their frequency. We'll meet you in flow.